Welcome to the Shit Apple Podcast, where daily life gets drugged through the mud, wrapped in questionable wisdom, and served piping hot with zero shame. Well, someone's got to say the crazy stuff you're already thinking.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Shit Apple Podcast. I'm here with my friends Shelly and Tiffany and Stephanie in the control room. Today, we are talking about cults, something specific. Have you ever almost joined a cult? Because we have a few near encounters over here.
Or
Shelley?
things that you think are culty.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Things which can be a lot.
Which we will touch on, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have to just be like, you know,
An actual cult.
Yeah, like the Waco, Texas people.
Yeah.
It's like, you might be part of a cult and you don't even know it.
Usually you don't know.
I don't think you do
I don't
either.
think you know.
I don't think you do
Really?
either.
Do you think people that join cults think they're in a cult? No, I think they believe it.
They
Yeah.
think it's like a church or,
Yeah.
like these
Is
loving...
church a cult?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean...
No, it's a religion.
It's religion, but I mean...
And a cult.
When a religion turns cult, like Scientology or Mormony... Well, I shouldn't say more... Well, there's the halfies.
I don't know. I think extremism in religion can be culty.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, I agree.
Agreed.
She's saying it's
The
I agree.
fundamentalists. The
Oh,
fundamentalists.
she's wrong.
The fundamentalists can
Yeah,
get a
that's
little
gross.
intense.
Yeah.
Same even with like political parties. If you're so intense one way,
It
you
is
could be
getting
a little
culty.
culty.
Oh, for sure. That's a good one, Diana.
Any extreme view.
Yeah.
Like, let's mellow it out, right?
Like your only
be so
extreme
extreme.
view should be human rights. If that's not your extreme view, move on. Okay, go Shelley. Take it. Start it off with us. You
Okay.
were telling us a story this last few weekends
This
ago.
might be the wildest story I've ever heard.
Well, I think it's, I've told some people and they think it's funny too, but hopefully you do too. And this is a true story. It happened I think it was in the late 90s because Bill just told me that I was not with him when I went to this. I had told him the story. I thought we were already dating or something. So me and my friend Nancy from California, we went, and I think it was in Long Beach. We went to like the Long Beach, I don't know what they call it, some auditorium. And anyway, we're California girls. We're real California girls. And like we would go to the beach all the time, blah, 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 blah. And the Beach Boys, we're, of an older generation. So, the Beach Boys was always fun. You hear it and you're like, yay.
Oh my gosh.
I'm in Balboa.
My
whatever.
favorite,
Aruba, Jamaica. See, I like all the. One of my regrets about my wedding. I know this is total sidebar. I wish that Bill and I, our first dance would have been "God Only Knows."
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
God only. And it's
pretty.
very simple, very easy. Or
What was your first song?
Or "You're My Best Friend" by Queen, which is one of my all-time favorite groups.
That's cute.
You're my
what
best
was
friend.
what was your song?
Someday when I'm all alone.
Who's that? Frank? Who's that?
Frankie, baby.
Yeah, Frank Sinatra.
What was your
okay.
wedding song?
Oh, I didn't have a wedding like that, guys.
Oh, okay.
I got married in Kauai on the beach.
Oh, okay.
Oh, see, I wish I'd done that too.
yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Should this just turn into a wedding
Episode.
Like,
We will have an episode about how we met our husbands.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and the weddings and all that.
and
I
I'd
think.
like
Okay.
them in here. I think that they would be funny.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Cute.
that would
Really?
be cute. Yeah, but
Like
I
the
do
three
wish
of them sitting where we sit?
No,
like
I mean,
6
with
of us? That's a lot of people.
No, it's just them.
us.
Like on the Shit Apple, it's
Oh, that
just
would
like
be-
Bill, Bo,
They take
and Rosh.
over? They take over an
just
episode?
one episode. Yeah, that
That'd
could be fun.
funny.
Bab, B-A-B, Bill, Arash, Bo, and it would be all of Bo and
Or
Arash.
Ab.
Just making fun of us the whole
I don't
time.
know. I think Bill would chime in with some funny
Yeah, he-
one-liners.
Oh my gosh,
and-
I kind of love that idea.
I know. Well, Okay, so sorry. Anyway,
It's like we just had a mini meeting.
write it, Tiffany. Text
Write
me.
it down.
Write it down. Okay, so we went to the beach. She's like, "You want to see the Beach Boys in concert?" Obviously, in the late '90s, they're not popular anymore. But again, a big staple in the beach area in California. So I'm like, for sure, And it's like Beach Boys and family. So Carney Wilson was there. It was two of the Wilsons, the Wilson sisters. The other one wasn't there. I don't even know who they are.
I don't
So
either.
anyway, we get kick-ass seats. I think we were literally like row 1A and B, or row A 1 and 2, whatever. And I'm
Shelley likes a
yay.
good
I
concert
do like a good seat.
And
Yeah.
she will buy an extra seat so she doesn't have anyone sitting next to
I
her.
certainly will if I can
It's
get
for
away
her
with it.
purse.
It's for her purse
I
and
like
her
a purse
drinks.
chair. But I do like to be on the end too because I go to the bathroom a lot, and I don't
That's
want to be
true.
like, "Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me."
I do like going to concerts with her because she always gets good seats.
I will get, yeah, I will
Hence
pay extra
Snoop.
or not go
Yeah.
if I can't, yeah. Anyway, so I believe Nancy actually got these tickets. So anyway, she's like, "Oh, we got good seats, blah 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 blah." So we're like in our you know me, I'm probably in shorts and like a t-shirt or whatever, and whatever. So we go and she's always wearing jeans, so she's probably in jeans and a t-shirt. So I mean, we look cute. We probably had something stupid like
Their outfit is
fun
important.
on our shirt, or my daddy took my T-bird away. Something dumb,
Yeah.
I don't know what we were, but it was for sure jeans or shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that matters in this story.
That very much matters. So we go in, and I think we're early. I don't know. And there was a few people there, and we noticed, are we underdressed? What's going on? Are we in the right place? Why are these people in?
And were people your age?
There was a mixture.
Oh, okay.
And it was like people, I'm talking like in tuxedos.
Yeah,
Okay.
black tie.
How did
Yeah,
they let you
Black
in?
tie attire.
I don't know. We just walked right in, and women.
Well, they had
in,
And
tickets.
showed your tickets?
They had
and-
tickets, so
okay.
that's why they let them in.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
confused why other people had tuxedos.
But there was
Yeah.
nothing of a
Well,
dress
you'll know why.
code or anything like that.
You'll
And
know
then there's
why.
like women in full length dresses, right?
Like a ball gown?
Yeah, and and everybody's coming in and sitting down, and we're like talking. We're chat, and like we keep looking around, and we're like, what is going on? I don't understand.
missed the memo.
Yeah. So
How old are you at this point? In your 20s?
I don't know, in my 20s,
Okay,
my
okay.
late 20s, I
All right.
guess. Yeah. So, yeah, almost, yeah. Yeah, late 20s. So anyway, it's standing room only, right? It's full to capacity, and the Beach Boys come out, and they're aging, they're not doing well. It's kind of like how I said in one of our earlier episodes, Axl Rose. It's like nobody has a good voice. So we're singing, and Nancy and I are like standing up, and grooving and stuff. Nobody else is in the whole auditorium. Like
just
everybody's sitting. Probably because they're so uncomfortable in their tuxedos and gowns and stuff. And so we feel weird because, we're courteous and we didn't want to stand up, especially being in the
It's
front
killing
row.
your vibe also.
It's
You're like,
so killing our vibe.
Was there a couple other people like you that were there not realizing?
Not that I saw.
So it was just the two of you in jeans.
Yes. And we stuck out like sore thumbs. And I'm
and were people stoic and serious faced?
no, I mean, they were
they
happy.
having
They're like,
fun?
"Yee," like clapping in their seats and stuff.
Okay.
But I don't know. It was so weird. And like, so we're on so there's like two big rows on each side, right? So there's one big aisleway down the middle. And we're, I forgot about this. So we're on the, like row seat 1 and 2. And all of a sudden in the middle of this concert, or maybe near the end, I don't know, Nancy, correct me if I'm wrong. They say something and they say, welcome, blah, 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 blah. And you know me, I barely pay attention. I'm like,
Yeah.
welcome who? I'm thinking we're going to get
gonna
another.
special-
That was
there's
the
like a special
opener.
guest.
That was just the opener.
I'm like, oh my God, we're going to get a special guest. Hopefully it's better than the Beach Boys that we came to see. Anyway, everybody stands up, turns to the door. And I mean, like, you guys, in unison.
Like to the door that
To the
leaves
door, like that you would walk into the auditorium. Like
Okay.
the door far away from the stage, but
Okay, I
leads
understand.
directly to the stage.
Yes.
Okay.
And everybody turns to the door. And this little tiny lady comes out. And she is, wait, hold on. I got my phone. I studied it, but I still forget it. She is a little, I believe she is Vietnamese.
Okay.
Okay.
Little tiny Vietnamese lady comes out decked in, those
They're traditional.
traditional.
garb.
traditional, yep.
Yeah.
Attire.
And she has a like posse surrounding her. And they walk slowly down the aisle.
Was the crowd mostly Asian or Vietnamese or just
I don't remember, but
Okay,
I think
fine.
it was I do believe it was mostly.
okay?
Oh.
And she starts walking down the aisle. And as she walks down, people are bowing as she nears them.
Yeah.
Almost like if you met the queen, they're bowing as she keeps walking down. And Nancy and I are like, what the hell is happening? We are in shock. We're like, what? Are we supposed to bow? Are they going to kick us out if we don't bow? Sure enough, she walks right by us and we're like, we bow. We didn't know what to do.
Right.
And
Play along. You got to play along.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And they come down to her, I think, or somebody, one of the Beach Boys comes down to her and hugs her and, and she, does some weird hand motions like, maybe she's talking. I don't know. And then she goes down and sits on the other side in the front row with her huge posse. I guess I didn't notice on the other side, it was all empty chairs.
Okay.
Or maybe I did and I didn't care, right?
Yeah.
And so they sit there and they sing like a couple more songs. Hold on. She stands up. They leave. And everybody stands up again, bows as she leaves. And the concert's over.
Okay.
And Nancy and I, we were the furthest away. So we let everybody, and we're always like that too. We always used to read the credits on the movies and we'd be like, you're Tom Scott, we'd say that it's stupid. I know, but we thought it was hilarious because we're silly. Anyway, so we were like, we're going to watch everybody walk out. And yeah, we were the only ones in streetwear.
Okay, what are you and Nancy thinking and saying to
Yeah,
each other?
I'm just
at this
We are
point?
in shock. We were just like, what is
What- were
happening?
Were you like, what the fuck?
We're looking at our, I remember it was a paper ticket, not
Yeah.
even, I don't even know if I had a phone.
No.
And we're looking, and we're probably
no, in
not.
your 20s.
No.
And I'm looking at my phone. I mean, my ticket. We're like, it says nothing. It just says Beach Boys and Family. I mean, what just happened? Sure enough, so I tell Bill. Okay, so we leave. I tell Bill when
Who
I go
gave
home.
you these tickets? You guys bought them
They
yourselves?
bought them on-
Bought them on Ticketmaster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Bill actually sent me he went and
So I
found
thought you and
the
Bill weren't
original-
dating, but
but
you were.
They
no,
knew each
no,
other.
no. Well, no. Okay, so hold on. So years jump forward. That's right. Thank you for reminding me. That's true. So I tell everybody this story. I'm surprised I never told you guys this story. Anyhow, I tell Bill this story. And this is when he was the IT director at some mortgage company in Irvine or something like that, right?
Okay.
And he was working, a couple of his friends that worked there were also Vietnamese, right?
Okay.
And that plays into this. So I tell him the story and we can't find anything on it. Like, remember we were looking the other day, Beach Boys, cult lady,
Yeah,
Asian
yeah.
lady,
Yeah,
cult,
the internet's
whatever.
pretty scrubbed of it. There's not much info.
So something happened. I don't know what sparked it, but Bill told these two guys about my experience. One of them says, I'm part of that cult.
That cult?
Did
you
he
said?
say
He said
cult?
cult. And the reason why is he tells the story, he's not really in it. His wife is, his wife's whole family is. He keeps telling her, you need to stop this. This is a cult.
Okay, wait,
it's
back
a
up.
vegan. Okay.
Hold on, back up. I
Yep.
have questions.
Questions.
Okay, first question. Now, why is it a cult? Was she asking for money?
Yes.
Okay, so you
Okay,
left
she's
that
going to
part
tell
out.
us all that. She's going to tell
Okay,
us all
so
that.
Yeah.
go back to the event. Go back to the event.
No,
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 not there.
then.
That we left and that was it.
Oh.
With me
Yeah.
and Nancy until
We're-
years later I told Bill.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I don't know how many months later he told the friends that he was working with or they were talking about it and he's
Right.
like, or maybe he said, that's my wife's cult.
Right.
Okay.
And Bill's like, what? And he's like, yeah. He's like, they're vegan. They have to give all their money. Her family is in it. They've been in it for years. It's this lady. She controls everything they see. They can't watch TV. They can't do all this stuff. It is a cult. And they feel that she is like, in her name.
She's like their god.
She is their god. And her name
We're going to ask
is
the nail ladies about this. I'm going to be asking
the
Lou.
Supreme Master Ching Hai.
Okay.
She is now 74 years old.
Still cult leader? Still actively
Her organization.
leading a cult?
Is she a 501c3?
She owns the Loving Hut.
What is that? A hotel? That sounds like a
I don't know.
pimp pad.
Let's see.
It sounds
I'm
like
loving
they
it.
make smoothies.
It's a chain of vegan restaurants.
I was
That's
going
right,
to say
'cause
they
they're
make smoothies.
vegan.
I called it.
Yeah. There are locations. in Africa, Asia, Europe, South America, North America,
Where
and
in North
Oceania.
America? Click on that. Maybe it was we need to do a field trip.
Hold on.
Oh, locations of her restaurant or her cult?
Her restaurant. Taiwan. It says
Wow.
Taiwan loving.
She is international.
Oh, I have bad internet. Remember,
that's okay.
We cut it off so we can do
Yeah.
that. But she oh my God.
What?
Phoenix, Tempe University, Tempe Southern, Glendale, Litchfield Park, San Diego.
We will be going on a field trip there.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
And
I
mean,
need to
she's
know more.
a multimillionaire.
Wait a second.
Where
so
does she live?
Bill finds out. So Bill finds out that he works
Yeah.
with somebody whose family is part of this cult.
Yeah.
How does he tie it back to you and
Ties
your
it
Beach
back-
Boys
So,
experience?
I
And
think
how
yes.
are the Beach Boys tied
Yes,
into
I
that's
this?
think
what
it
I-
was the Beach Boys connection when Bill was telling him. He goes, "Oh yeah, she has ties to the Beach Boys or whatever." Because I mean, let's go even
Is
further
one of
back.
the Beach Boys married to a Vietnamese person?
I don't know,
And that's
I didn't
why?
do that
Research?
research.
Okay, well, we need to deep
You
dive.
know, I mean, but go back. You know, the Beach Boys. I mean, Charles Manson wrote one of the Beach Boys songs.
Yeah.
Beach Boys are into cults. They
There
love
are.
a cult.
They're
they love
they're
a
all
cult.
a little cuckoo. And,
Yeah.
But was Charles Manson a cult?
Yes.
Well, they call it a cult.
He had a cult. He had a
He
following.
had those followers. He
Yeah.
never killed a person.
They all did it for
They
him.
did it for him.
They did his bidding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about
Yeah.
that. Okay.
And he would make them go work and he'd collect their money.
Yep.
And this lady.
It sounds like we should start a cult. It could be so profitable.
I think that would be awesome.
I mean, we should
very
talk about
profitable.
next
What would-
meeting. We're talking about
Okay.
a cult starting.
I've always said
Ours will
it-
have a 501c.
I've always said if
nonprofit
Shelly
cult.
starts a cult, I will follow.
okay.
And I will not follow any cult. I really am not. I'm not one of their candidates.
But
You're not a
you'll join my cult.
But I would join yours. You could be my supreme leader.
Supreme Master Shelley. It was just so weird.
So
and
then Bill comes home and Bill's like, "You'll never
you'll
believe
never
it."
believe this. And like the husband, he just joins in on it because he loves her so much.
His
like,
wife or the
His wife.
His wife.
But he, you know, he eats the meat. He hates it. Like at lunchtime when he's at work, he eats meat.
How old is Bill's coworker
Well,
at
the
that point in time? Yeah, I'm just wondering, is he an
I
older?
think he's younger. I think
Okay.
he's probably in his 20s, late 20s or something.
Okay, so
One
and
of
if
them
that
was
woman
older
is
than
70
Bill.
now, if the supreme leader's 70
So
now,
yeah, she was in her 50s at
okay,
this
in
point.
her prime.
Yeah. You know, so that was
I wish
they
you
didn't
had a
try
camera.
to suck me in or anything, you know, thankfully or whatever. But
I wonder
it-
what she was thinking when she saw
when
you
she
guys.
saw us, that's what Nancy and I were like, is she gonna have us like, you know,
Kidnapped?
roughed up outside? Like you didn't come in your ball gown. I don't know. It was a very interesting
They were showing
thing.
respect to their supreme leader.
They were. And it was weird because like I grew up, you know, as you know, like in a Baptist-y type of church or whatever. But we never, and I'm not saying it was a cult, whatever. They were very lovely people. But I'd never seen anybody bow down to people before, except on TV when you see the Queen. You know what I
Right.
mean? But thousands of people were like, you know, and
Well,
she
I
would
will
walk
say-
by him almost like the Pope, you know, like
In Asian culture, it is a sign of respect to
that's
bow
true.
your head,
Oh,
and
okay.
also in a lot of Asian cultures, I think most to not make eye contact also is a sign of respect.
Really?
Yeah,
The-
and there's a whole
didn't
thing
know
with
that.
elders and things, and you bow your head and you
Yeah,
don't.
you always
make eye
serve them
contact.
first.
Yeah,
You never pour your
so
own
that
first.
could have been also part of
Wow.
it, or were they full blown bowing?
I believe it was at the waist.
She probably doesn't even. I mean, she was probably so confused at what was going on.
It
she
was
couldn't
very weird.
Record the details.
It was very weird.
That
If
is
only you had a
wild.
Yeah.
smartphone in
You
those
know, I
days.
just pray and hope that the next concert I go to, it's a cult. It's a cult gathering.
Yes,
because
it would have been nice
that
to have
would
been
be
more prepared.
wonderful.
Be like, what is going on?
Yeah,
You
I
know,
would have
like-
dressed for the occasion and shown a little more respect
Yeah,
had I
yeah.
known I was going to a
Or
cult.
maybe even talk to my neighbor, like, "Hey, what's up with this shit?" You know, I mean, I didn't even think to do that. We were just like mortified. We were like,
I wonder what the people sitting right next to you were thinking.
they were probably like disrespectful little shits, you
Yeah.
know?
Who invited these people?
Yeah.
Yeah, that were trying to be in the cult, but we just couldn't afford ball
I really want to
gowns.
know the connection of why the Beach Boys latched
They're
onto
like
this.
potheads.
I think they're
they
just
like,
stupid, right? Yeah, so they are. I mean, they've been druggies for how long?
Yeah.
You know,
A
and
lot
they,
of LSD.
Well, then why are not more like well-known cults targeting them and getting their buy-in?
Well, those are two pretty good. I mean, this lady is doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
sounds
not.
like it.
Yeah, that's for
She
sure.
used all that money to open up her franchises.
Well, like let's
Charles
go.
Manson is one of the most well-known
Yeah,
cult leaders in history
for
of,
sure.
of the world.
Yeah,
So I mean,
and I mean,
some
if you
people
want to
did
talk
latch
about
on.
I really
cults
do. Yeah.
and celebrities, I mean, let's just skip ahead to where is Shelley Miscavige? You know,
Hashtag,
Scientology.
where is Shelley
Where is she?
Miscavige?
Like literally nobody knows. That's
Like,
the
in 20
founder
years.
of, or I don't know if he's the
She's
founder. He's not
married.
the founder.
David Miscavige.
David
is the
Miscavige is in
current leader.
charge of Scientology. That's his wife. She just disappeared one day. If you haven't watched the Leah Remini,
Did she run away? Oh, I've heard good things about
it's
that.
so
It's
good,
so
Diana.
good.
Okay, I
It's
will have
so
to.
I
good.
love cults, and boy, that's a good one.
Oh, that's a good one.
Wait,
Do you
because
know
she was
good-
in it.
What
She
are the
was in
theories?
it.
What are the theories about Miscavige? Did she run
that
away
she
or
had-
she's
she was
dead?
killed.
No, she's definitely did not run away because
No.
they once they have your number, they will find you.
They will
anywhere.
find you. They're
they will
like
use
weird.
any amount of money means necessary to track you
to
down,
shut her
harass you.
down,
Yeah,
shut her mouth.
she's either dead or being held somewhere.
Yeah, I believe that too.
100%.
I believe that too. And by the way, fun fact, the first Dianetics / Scientology church
Yeah.
was right here in good old Phoenix.
Oh, there
that
are a
interesting?
ridiculous amount of churches in this state.
There really are.
I don't know. There must be like a deal. You can get this land for pennies on the dollar if you make it a church.
Maybe. Well,
There
they don't
must
pay
have been.
taxes. We should
There-
just all
start
live in
a
a
church
church.
slash
Well,
cult
start a
slash
cult. I
nonprofit.
said. I mean, a
Okay,
religion.
all
Let's
right.
call it a religion.
Like what? So there is this church over in Scottsdale. It's called the Church of Science, but not Scientology.
I did see that.
Church
like off of Hayden.
Yes, and Mountain View.
What is that?
I don't know. Is that like a offshoot of Scientology?
I was curious. Can we find
Interesting.
out?
We need to maybe circle back and do another
we should
episode.
go there, like on a
And
service.
the hut place.
Oh yeah,
I
a
would
treat.
so-
What's it called? Loving Hut.
Loving Hut.
Yeah,
You guys
let's do
check
that.
out Loving Hut and let us know
Yeah.
if you see anything weird going down
But
there.
don't get all big eyed and think that it's not a cult.
Don't let them lure you in.
Keep touching grass.
Yeah.
So,
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I mean, Scientology has so many celebrities, people you don't even
Yeah.
realize. Like, there's this one.
Well, Tom
like
Hanks is a big guy in there,
No,
right?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. That's what.
Tom Cruise.
You know I don't know my
Kirstie
celebrities.
Alley. Oh, Kirstie Alley just died not too long ago.
She
but
did.
yeah,
I really need to watch the news more.
Bill and I, it's almost like a race, a death
Who
race.
can tell?
Who can tell
That's
each other
Bo
first?
too. Bo loves to do that. He's like, so and so died. I'm like, I already saw that. I already saw that.
Bill never texts me during the day unless it's something important. But if somebody dies, boy,
Oh.
he's like,
And-
"Oh, Gene Hackman died." I'm like, "Damn it!"
Yeah, and
I
Bo
didn't get to him
loves
He beat me.
a Bo loves a in memorandum. What do you even say that word?
In memoriam or memorandum. Yeah,
He loves those for the
Not
Oscars. He's like,
memorandum.
Yeah.
oh, I didn't know so and so died.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know so and so died. Like it's always like, oh my god, oh I forgot that guy died. Oh, I really liked her.
Yeah.
He loves those. That's what he looks forward to the most for an award show.
morbid. I love it.
That's funny.
So yeah, there's Scientology. On Housewives of New York, Rebecca Minkoff,
Oh,
Scientology. She wouldn't even talk about it. In fact, she left
Wait,
the show.
Rebecca
But
Minkoff, like
she's
the
also-
designer?
Yep.
she's also Jewish. So I don't know how you can be two religions because Scientology claims
Listen,
to
I
be a
feel like
religion.
Scientology's going to take your money, and they don't care. They'll be like, "Oh, you're going to give us some money? Okay."
She claims it's more of a practice, like that she applies to her life. But
Okay,
she-
what is their premise, the Scientologists? Is it like mindfulness? Is it spiritual? Is it
No, it's weirdness.
science, all based in
They believe
science?
Science.
that there's
Aliens.
we're aliens, right? We're
Aliens.
aliens.
Some guy made it up in the 70s.
kind of like Mormonism.
You're
in the-
charismatic enough to start something. We're
I know.
gonna-
We could make up some alien story, no problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, isn't that how like the Bible was written? It was like this guy saw this and this stone
Yeah.
talked to him. I mean, correct my facts here. I went to Catholic school my whole life. I don't really know.
Well, I don't
but-
believe the stone talked to Jesus. I believe it talked
No,
to
yeah,
Moses.
Jesus. That's the Old Testament. That's the
Yeah,
New
get
Testament.
it
He
right,
wasn't-
dude.
He wasn't in
Or
the
is
Old
that the burning
Testament.
bush?
But whatever. My point is like all these people.
Yeah.
Really, they're probably just high on drugs, and they just thought like the bush is talking to
like
me.
back then, maybe peyote. Well, I was like questioning Billy the other day. I'm like, how do we even have history? Because we're watching the Silo, and the Silo, they have no history. They
Right.
don't know anything,
Yeah.
right? Like
'Cause it's been hidden.
They were talking about Romeo. Don't you tell me?
Oh.
They were talking about Romeo and Juliet, and he's like, I heard it was written by a rebel, and I go, what is he talking about? And he goes, well, they have no history, blah 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 blah. And I go, well, I mean, do we even know if our history is right? Because Layla keeps questioning history. She's like, how do all these people know? Like, okay, I wrote down all the facts this year. I'm going to go die. Here's the book. Keep writing facts.
That's how the Bible was written. That's
right.
exactly how the
But
Bible was written.
Was it, or was it just one person?
No, 'cause
that
it's a
just made
collection
it all
over
it's
up?
a
time.
collection of
Over
Is it?
time.
How do these
stories.
people know each other? I mean, well, Bill was like, well, they were
But that's
probably
how
so
they-
bored they had nothing else to do.
Yeah, they don't have
They don't
Netflix.
have rock blocks.
Well, I think archaeologists like
Rock
have
blast.
discovered that over time, that's how they pass
Yeah.
their stories down. Even cultures, and even today, that's how people share their history, right?
I think
so there's
some of them.
truth to it.
I think there is truth to it. It's just like, but how do you write your history? Is history
know.
true?
Well, and it's through one person's perspective.
Perspective,
That's
exactly.
the question.
Right.
I'm going to go back and read the Bible because the other day I was driving Vincent to soccer and he was like, "Who even wrote the Bible?" I'm like, "I don't know."
a lot of people,
Ask
right?
my friend Chat. Find out. Let's
Yeah.
find out. Let's get to the bottom of this.
I hope
Well,
you don't read the Bible. I don't like when my friends or my husband read books.
I'm the least religious
your
person
atten-
you're-
No,
no.
no, I just want
I'm
your
gonna read-
attention when I need it.
How about
I
just
know,
the
I'm not
I
audio
don't want you to be
Bible?
like, let me finish this
How about
chapter.
audio Bible?
Let me finish this psalm.
I'll never bring it to parties. I assure you. I just
If I
mean-
text you, you better not be reading the Bible. You better be waiting there for me and be like, oh,
Oh, see,
I
she's
just-
already becoming our cult leader, telling us what material
Bible
you can and
$50.
cannot read.
okay. I
She's
just
forbidden the Bible.
I
I
just
forbid
feel
all books. Oh my God, Bill told me.
Forbid all books.
Fahrenheit
only
Put
451.
it on fire. Put your books in there.
You can only watch streaming services and shows that I approve.
Or I want you to watch all shows and give me feedback. On what I
Only
should watch.
trash reality TV
Yeah.
for
No,
our
I
religion.
do really like the Silo guys. I'm so far. Oh my God, I love it. I just keep falling asleep.
Okay.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
Scientology, and then okay, so I think
What
that-
other things?
I think that this is funny. I think, like we were saying, you might not even know that you're in a cult. You know, like there is the. I'm looking at you, Diana.
Okay.
There's the Melaleuca
Yeah.
people.
Okay, wait. Before we get into that, I just
Oh,
want to
yes.
talk about. So, I just bring up religion. I grew up very religious. We touched on this in the colonics episode.
no,
but,
you didn't.
Well,
She
like
did. She
very
said she was
Catholic.
Very religious.
Well, like I went to Catholic school and we went to church on Sundays. Not
Okay.
very religious,
went to
but
Catholic college?
I literally only
Okay.
thought like there was Catholic people.
Oh, wow.
I didn't because I didn't go to school. I knew there was
Okay.
Jewish people.
I'm the same way. I didn't realize that there were people that
Yeah.
didn't believe in Jesus until I was literally in my 20s. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
And I didn't even really
Wowzer.
know about Muslim people. I'm Arab, and I
either.
didn't know. I was like, what? I never heard of that. My parents never talked about that. They never taught us that at
I'm-
Catholic school.
I'm shooketh.
Yeah.
I remember in
Yeah.
high school, my high school was Catholic, and I remember telling my dad something about evolution. He's like, they're teaching you that? I'm like, you're prepared to send me into the world without knowing about evolution? You're
I
okay
was
with
never taught evolution.
Yeah, it's insane.
Well,
to
you
me.
went to Christian school.
Adam and Eve.
That's why.
I mean,
Adam and Steve.
They skipped those chapters.
anyway,
dumb
point
saying.
being is when I went to college, my first year of college, I went to school in Utah, which again,
yeah.
coming from
So you
Vegas,
learned-
my heathen self,
Yeah.
with my fake ID and underage drinking.
Big feathers and everything.
Well,
And I-
Catholics, you can be naughty and just
you can be
ask for
naughty, but I mean, I
forgiveness.
had my sister's
do,
ID,
do
so
100 Rosemaries or what? Hail
Yes.
Marys.
Yep.
yeah. In Utah, coming from Vegas, where
Yeah.
it's like a 24-hour city, there's drive-through everything. I'm like, what? I can't use my ID to buy alcohol on Sunday?
Oh,
It's
Utah's
closed
drinking
on
laws are
Sunday.
crazy.
They also like this was the year 2000. No, sorry, that's when I graduated college. This was 1996 that I roll up to Utah. Okay,
Roll up.
I roll up to Utah in my Jeep Cherokee. You know, thinking
Ice
I'm
Cube.
cool with
Yeah,
my friends.
blasting
Yeah,
rap.
and like Mormons, I was like, I never heard of this group of people. Really, like,
Well,
where
other
am
than the
I?
Osmonds.
I mean, I grew up in Arizona, so I always knew
Again,
about Mormons.
I did.
Right.
Well, my sister, one of my sister number 4 at that point was dating someone who was and is now married to him, a Mormon person. So I knew a little bit about it, but I
Oh.
didn't know like all the belief system. I didn't know
Is
anything.
he still Mormon? I know that's
Yeah,
like a
he
stupid
is, but not
question.
practicing. I
Right,
mean,
right.
I guess so, but like their kids are baptized or
Right.
whatever. I think she
They're
even
on the
did all the
books.
steps.
They're on the rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bill's
So-
on the rolls.
So it's just surprising coming from a 24-hour heathen city like Vegas and rolling up to Utah.
Vegas and
Pretty
Utah.
crazy.
And not
Like,
Salt Lake. We were in a
different
small,
worlds.
tiny town, like a small town.
What?
But was
Cedar
it? Did you say
City.
it was Catholic?
No,
Private
that was
no.
San
Then I
Diego.
switched to
San
then my dad's like,
Diego.
okay, wrap it up.
Oh.
We're going to a different school.
Okay, all right.
Pack your things. We'll be leaving now.
Yeah,
So
no
anyway,
kidding.
I'm at the school. I can't buy alcohol, and now three of my roommates were on the tennis team. That's who I was roommates with. And they're on a tennis trip, and some guy knocks on our door because we didn't want to live in the dorms. We lived off campus. So the knocks on the door, and just 3 guys standing at the door, or maybe it was 2. they're like, "Hi, we're here to like talk about the Book of Mormon." I'm like, "Oh, what's that?" He's like, "Oh, can we come in?" I'm like,
Mormon?
"Yeah, you can come
No.
in."
Lord,
He's like, "Well, are you
Diana.
by yourself?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, we can't come in." I'm like, "What?
That's polite.
What? What do you
nice.
mean?"
Yeah.
It was polite and right. Yeah. In hindsight,
You know what book you should read? Just
wait, but so low.
Oh my
yeah.
God! What
But
was
they
that
can be there and
politician
with-
that couldn't be around
Mitt
other
Romney?
women? Is
No,
it
Pence.
Pence. He couldn't be. Mother wouldn't like it if I was around other women at a
Okay,
dinner.
anyway, back to my
sorry.
story. Nobody cares about that guy.
you should no. If you like to read, you should read the book Under the Banner of Heaven.
Oh,
Okay.
Watch the movie.
Text that to me. I'll never remember. But,
Second
so
Spider-Man's in it. Andrew Garfield.
okay.
So good.
Anyway, so
I did read that book,
It's
by
so
the way.
good.
I read it when
And
it
it's
was
sad.
an Oprah's
It's
choice.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
okay, so he's like, "Oh, well, we can't come in." I'm like, "Well, my roommates will be back on Monday if you," because I was like, obviously
She
we're
is
gonna.
so naive.
No, I did that on purpose because I was like, I want these.
Oh.
My friend, one of my best friend in Vegas, her name is Nicole. She can't keep us. She is the girl that's the meme. Don't ever sit by this person at a funeral because
Okay.
you
'Cause
will
you'll
laugh
laugh.
so hard. We've gotten kicked out of so many classes in high school for hysterically laughing, like uncontrollable, where you can't breathe, and the teacher's like, they must be on
What's
drugs.
going on?
Yeah,
Nothing's funny.
never,
Yeah.
never were we cool enough to be on drugs in high school, but they were kicking us out of classes because we were hysterically laughing. She's just that person. She sees you laugh, you can't control it.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
It was great. Anyway,
It's-
she's still like that till this day. But anyway, they came back and they gave us a
So
lesson.
they came back Monday at 9
They
a.m.
came back in the afternoon because we had school, and they gave us a lesson. And the whole time, Nicole's hysterically laughing. I don't
They
even remember.
gave you a lesson
They like tried to like convert us, yeah, because I
to
was,
like teach you about the Book of Mormon.
yeah, yeah. And she's like, if you ever
Yeah.
do that again,
Yeah.
So you sat through it as like a
yeah.
prank to
And
them.
I was just laughing. Yeah, what do I have to do?
I
What did
was
I
just
That's
laughing.
like an hour of your time.
I had nothing but time. I lived in a small town in Utah in college. I had nothing.
And she
but
was
time.
messing with her friend, so she thought it was like the funniest
She
thing
I
had
ever.
her
did. I
probably
did.
giggling.
See, it panned out for a good
Did,
story.
did anybody join or
No, no one joined.
And what did they think of you guys laughing? Were they like offended? or-
Probably they were like a bunch of assholes. I guess they're not converting. I guess
Yeah.
not getting anyone on our books. This is what I want to know about the Mormon religion, and I'm not throwing shade to.
Sure.
All religions have their whatever appreciation. How many people from any mission? How many people where you're out there going door to door are you getting in your crew? How are you? Is it 100 a year? Is it 1,000,000 a year? Is it 1,000? What are those numbers? I want
sure
the stats
it's
on
very
that.
low.
I want the stats. Right?
I
Ask
couldn't tell you, but it's
ChatGPT.
the fastest growing religion in the world.
What is?
Mormonism?
I believe so.
I need to Google that. I'm going to ask my friend Chat. I don't know if
Ask
that's true.
Google now.
Well, I can't.
Why?
I mean, I can. I have to just get
Well,
distracted.
Stephanie in the control room can.
Okay, I'll Google it. I'll chat it.
Control room.
Okay.
I love the control room.
But I
else?
think it is the fastest growing religion in the world.
You know what I think is the fastest growing religion in the world?
Real Housewives.
The castor oil cult.
Oh, and she's their supreme
Diana
leader.
is
Diana's
the master
their
supreme
leader.
master.
First
yeah.
of all, castor oil.
Castor oil is the cure for everything in Diana's world.
Oh, are you done? Are you done?
Nope. I'm never done.
First of all,
Make it
castor
fun again.
oil is from South America. It has healing properties
hear
you
her?
don't even know. It's this oil. Well, it depends if you get the cold pressed or the not cold pressed. There's a difference.
What's the best?
Well, it depends on what you're using it for.
What
So,
if I want to use it to for my hair?
Then you want the cold pressed. Yeah. Any hair growth is cold pressed.
What do you put in your belly button?
Cold.
For what reason?
Because it's very Ayurvedic. What
I don't know.
That's like
it
a-
settles your gut. And like,
it's supposed to. It's just
Oh.
very penetrating. Like I don't know.
they
People
have those
think
castor oil patches
yes,
you put on your
I
gut.
have it. I have it. I use it on my thyroid mixed with cayenne pepper.
like you literally put it on your.
I have like a
throat?
little cotton thing that I do. I put it
Every
on my
night?
thyroid.
But
No,
is it
you can't do it at
working?
night. It will wake you up.
How many years have you been doing this?
Like I said,
have
well,
you seen results?
I don't do it
Costa Rica?
regularly, but
I'm a results gal.
Yes.
Where are the results?
so I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to get labs shortly here. I'm going to get my thyroid rechecked, and I'll
well-
let you know.
I will say with castor oil, that's how I take my mascara off, and I do have long
good for
eyelashes.
Well, there's
eyelashes.
proof that it's good for hair growth. I
It
mean,
is good for hair.
Yeah, I think it's good
don't
for
put it on my
skin.
scalp though, because it makes it weird to wash out.
Well, it's so thick. You have
Yeah.
to use a carrier oil. So I use like castor oil mixed
Rosemary.
with olive oil on my face at night.
Do you?
Yeah,
Anyway.
I put castor oil on my. I'll put any oil on my face.
It's good for bunions for people with
That's what my mom told me, but I'm
Why
not
is it good
sure.
for bunions?
I think it's
I
just
don't
pain
know about
relieving.
that.
You guys, what's the
Like, look at
opening?
my bunion. It's not that.
I didn't know we were going to
Yeah.
see it.
What's the opening line? What's the opening line for the Shit Apple podcast? Like, questionable wisdom.
Yeah.
Like, don't take any of this as medical
This is
advice
all-
or facts.
I am a
I
fake
am
nurse.
Very questionable. She is a fake nurse. And
I'm a
so
fake
is she.
doctor. No, I'm a fake doctor.
She's a
I'm not
fake
Yeah,
doctor.
Anyway, I feel like, is it causing harm? No.
No, but there are people that are hardcore castor oil. I'll tell you a story. Well, it's just a quick little quip. Layla's coach, Layla, the owner of Cheerforce, her name is Dee Dee. She loves castor oil, much like you.
We need to talk.
Oh yeah, and by the way, this woman is
Salt of the earth. I could already tell.
yes, she's gorge. The hair,
It's obviously the castor oil.
and it's only the castor oil, not her everything else. By the way, you guys should play pickleball.
What's
against
going
her.
on there? Are you having a hip issue?
Well, yeah, my legs were sticking to the chair.
Oh.
Anyway, she loves castor oil. One time, Marissa was like, not her daughter Marissa, which is Layla's coach, was not feeling good, or something, and Marissa's like, I need something, and Dee Dee started to say something. She's like, Mom, castor oil is not going to help this. Because
How does she know?
I don't know. That's true. I should have said, she'd give it a try,
Yeah.
But it looks like, they're part of your crew.
I feel like, so Tiffany was
Which
saying.
I'm not. By the way, I got a couple. I got at least I got 1 foot in the door with the castor.
The castor oil. I feel like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not, if I have a broken bone, I'm not going to be like, oh, let me put some castor oil. I'll go to the proper doctor and see that
Right.
doctor. But I
Well, in our cult, we wouldn't do that. You
No,
have to use
listen.
castor oil to cure everything.
Listen, in my
Cults
cult,
don't
I'm your
use
nurse, and Diana will look on TikTok how to cure your broken arm.
I feel like I've solved a lot of my problems on TikTok. Anyway,
Yeah, you do always look it up.
another big issue with cults, another big cult following, which I kind of believe in, is fasting. That's a big cult, and people are so
yeah.
back and forth with it. I think it is very healing. I think people have been doing it for centuries.
Agreed.
People who fast for like in the Muslim religion and in the Jewish religion that do like the sundown, whatever, they often have to lower their like doctors were like, why are you, the blood pressure medication's working better or whatever, because when you're in a fasted state, your body absorbs things better. I think there's a lot of stuff there. Anyway, that's a whole different episode, but right. I would follow that
aren't
cult.
cults, which I don't believe they are, but it's kind of funny.
But there's like a
they're
cult-like
good, there's
mentality.
Good, yeah, there's good that comes out of it.
Okay, and
for
I
sure.
lied. Mormonism is not the fastest growing cult.
But
I
is
knew
it?
it.
I mean, religion. I meant to say religion. But it's Islamic.
Oh, okay.
Which
the
is
number
actually
one.
the newest of all the religions. Do you know that?
Interesting. No.
Is it?
I didn't. Yeah, I thought that was like so. No, it's Catholicism is older than.
Yes.
I did
believe
not
that.
know that.
Well, the newest
Like
would
until
probably be
recently.
Scientology. To be fair.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like
of
the
the-
three main are
Yeah, got
like
it.
Christianity, is Muslim, and Jewish are
Yeah.
the three biggest. Anyway.
Well,
anyway.
Mormonism, I think, is number 4.
Okay. Interesting.
Wow. Okay.
But have you guys ever
the
gone?
internet told me that. I don't know if that's facts.
No. All right. Well, have you guys ever gotten wrapped up in like an MLM?
Because you have.
Well, I did
Obviously.
one time,
Hey guys,
as you
if
just
you
pointed
if
out.
you are in a cult and you need some new members, Shelly and Diana will join.
No,
She
I
will
only-
sign up for
are
the
perfect.
subscription.
I will only join for the free gifts that you get when
Yeah,
you
your
sign
cult
up, but I'm
must
not going to
give
make you
gifts.
buy it.
Yeah, your cult must give gifts. If
I
you want
will
Shelley
say
to join.
Diana was part of Melaleuca, and she would always during
What
COVID.
is Melaleuca? I
It's
don't
like
even
Amway.
know.
Amway.
I don't know what Amway
Okay, I'll
is.
tell you what it is. I'll tell you
What
very
is
quickly.
Amway?
It's a multi-level marketing.
Like you
Yeah,
shop
I
in a
know what
catalog.
MLMs are.
Yeah, so it's
But what's Melaleuca?
It's
It's
like
everything.
a health and wellness brand /
Okay.
company. I think it's from Idaho or somewhere over there. And I actually like a lot of their products. I just was terrible at
That
the
hand
sales part of it.
sanitizer you used to give it during COVID.
I used to use all their cleaning
Oh,
products.
it
I
was
still have
so
some. Their laundry
good
detergent.
smelling.
It's supposed to be like the less toxic. Like before, there were so many green options at Target and all
Right.
the stores. They were kind of first to market with a lot of that.
Oh, that's right up your alley.
Yes,
Right
right,
up
up my
your
alley. They have like supplements. They're big on the supplements.
Okay.
That's, but if you're just like, I was just buying cleaning products, I couldn't, so you have to meet like a monthly minimum.
Yeah.
to like
Make money.
maintain your just for your
Just to
like I was
maintain.
really doing
You
it
had to
for
buy
myself.
your own products to maintain your membership.
But
right?
then you got money from selling memberships to other people. Like I roped a few friends into it.
Do you ever get residuals or anything?
Yeah, you got residuals.
No, I mean like now. Are you still
No,
getting
because
them?
Is it still a company?
You have to be part of it.
you have to be part of
Got
it. And just about a year and a half ago, I ended my membership.
Wow.
But you never pushed it. I've been around you for longer than a lot, for
Yeah.
longer than a year and a half. She never pushed it on
But
me.
but you didn't know
So
me
she's
fresh. When
bad.
I was
Right.
fresh,
She's
I was
bad at
like,
the MLM.
this is the best. I used to host parties. I used to be like, no, you want your baby to crawl around on the floor where there's pine sol? You don't want that. You got to use this handy dandy cleaning product.
Maybe that's what's wrong with me.
used to
I did crawl around on
I was gonna say,
pine
I
sol
used
floors.
to love when I'd come home and my house smelled like Fabuloso.
Oh, I still
And now
love
I
that.
do not. No, I
Really?
just ate at a burger joint and it smelled like Fabuloso. I was like, my meat's gonna have this like in it.
What?
Like,
No, then you know it's clean. I love that.
No.
You know what? I really like the smell of pine salt. When I was pregnant with Layla, I wanted to drink it. I had the pica
You also
pica.
were, yeah. I was going to say you
Yeah.
also had that.
Oh, I wanted. I love
Anyway,
the smell.
Oh.
well, Shelly got wrapped up not that long ago in an MLM.
What the beauty counter?
Yeah.
But I just wanted the free gifts. You get a signing bonus of free gifts.
Yeah.
And I
that's
just
how you
wanted
lure
those-
Shelly. That's how you lure Shelly.
Yeah.
And there's a month. Ooh, I have to pay a monthly fee. Where do I sign?
Yeah, no, I don't think there was a monthly fee.
Couldn't you just
Oddly
bought
enough,
the
I don't
things
think
instead
there
of
was.
joining?
Well, I didn't have to pay anything.
But she
extra.
got a discount
So
because
no, it was
she was
up front. You pay up front, so I paid up front, and everything I got was cheaper than if I had paid a monthly fee. And I got all these.
Are you
nice
still
products.
a member?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
because beauty counter changed and it became
I
something
don't even
else.
know what beauty.
Well, I
I've
wouldn't
never
have.
even heard of
I
it.
stopped the first year. I let because I paid in advance for the year, and my subscription ended, and I didn't join up.
I'm not like a face skin guru. I've only now paying attention and trying to be mindful of doing peels, hence why my face
You
looks
know what?
weird. But
Can I just
Your
say
face
this
doesn't
is
look
this
weird.
is like side note, but like remember back in the day, earlier like 80s or earlier, people would sell door to door.
Yep.
Tupperware.
Yeah.
Avon. You'd have
The Avon.
Dude,
Avon.
they would come to your door and be like, "Can I come in and show you my products?" And you'd let a total stranger
and the vacuum guy
in
and the
vacuum.
encyclopedia guy.
Encyclopedias.
Yeah.
And you would buy shit.
World
That's how
Book.
they would sell shit.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of those Mormon kids coming to you and you just let them on in. But like we would just let total strangers be like,
Yeah.
the Avon lady would come and you'd buy the products. I remember my grandma would have all the Avon stuff and I'm like, wasn't that weird?
But
Tupperware.
Yeah, yeah.
I just think of Napoleon Dynamite, that movie, and how he's the Tupperware.
I feel like that I need to show my kids that movie.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in a very, very long time. But
Yeah, we would
yeah,
just-
those were hustlers, man. Those people that did that, they're hustlers.
Yeah.
If you
vacuums.
saw a woman with a pink Cadillac,
Oh, hell yeah.
you knew that girl made that woman made some money.
Yeah.
Did.
You know,
Yes.
because she
was
sold
the
every
highest level.
Yes, she was. She got a brand new caddy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I wonder
used
if
to think
Avon
that
is
was
still
cool.
around. I bet you
It is. I mean, when I worked back in
I
like
bet you it is.
the mid 2000s, there were still coworkers
Can there
selling
be
it.
like a Sephora that comes to my house and sets the product out? I could be
No
like,
kidding.
yes.
Yes.
That would
It's
work.
called Avon.
That
No, I want a Sephora now.
yeah. Yeah.
I want Sephora to come to my house and lay out
Yeah.
the product, and I can just take it. The instant getting it.
You know, there's a
yes.
monthly subscription to Sephora that they will same day deliver anything you order.
I do
Yeah.
know about that.
Yeah.
I won't sign up because it would be bad.
Oh,
Yeah. Dangerous. They're
No, I've never
dipping
joined a
bank.
cult. I've never been close to joining a cult. I've never done a.
Didn't someone try to rope you into like?
I did. I was part of something, but I was trying to think back. I can't remember what it was called, but it was forever ago, and I can't even tell you.
But what did you sell?
I don't even know.
What?
I don't remember.
Great sales lady, folks.
Yeah, I don't remember. I had a party at my house. I don't even remember what it was for.
Was it
Candles.
a twilight party?
No.
Was it candles?
Essential oils?
No, it wasn't candles. I don't even know what it was, you guys.
All right.
You don't have any left over?
No, it wasn't like, I don't even think it was product.
Was it silpada? Was it jewelry?
No.
Huh.
I can't remember. No, I have nothing. I
Nothing,
have nothing
okay.
to contribute.
Okay.
Mm.
And you know when you like have a kid, everyone's like trying to get you to join like mops or like stroller
Yeah.
strides. Like, oh, you have a baby and a stroller? Join our walking.
Yeah.
No,
club."
I
they're
see
weird,
the ladies
yeah.
at the stroller strides, and I'm like, oh, hell no, because I don't like forced social situations.
Right.
So I was never gonna join sororities. That's not my thing. I don't like a forced social setting. Like I like to hang out with people that I know and like. And stroller strides felt a little culty, or they spend the time in the mall. They used to go to the PV mall and walk.
They sure
and
did.
I'd be like, oh no. And I just see them, the babies screaming. And they're like doing their like moves.
Yeah.
You're like, get your baby.
And I'm at the park with my kids. I'm like, what are they doing? What are they doing? It's stressing me out.
Oh, and they do the dreaded walk all in a line, the 3 across
Yes,
and
they
4
do.
across, where you
It's
can't get
nuts.
apart.
It's
I just
absolutely
kicked the
nuts.
stroller and kept on moving. I didn't, but I wanted to.
In your head, you
And
did.
I wanted to. But yeah, those mobs.
What's mops?
It's like I
Moms
think a
of
religious.
preschoolers, I think.
I don't like that.
I think that's like a Christian-based organization.
Oh,
too.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. I don't
Oh,
know.
I'm sorry.
What?
No, no
Whatever.
offense to me. I'm not Christian. So.
No, I meant like in general. I know.
But I never joined one of those groups. But when I first stopped
no.
working,
What'd you do?
I just remembered this.
What'd you do?
Okay.
God,
So when
what'd
I
she
moved
do?
into our neighborhood, I was pregnant, we bought a house, and then we moved in this neighborhood. I didn't really have a lot of friends in San Diego. All my college friends kind of moved away. I didn't grow up there, so I didn't know my old school people. It was mostly like Arash's friends and my coworkers. Well, I wasn't the same age as any of those people. So when we moved into our house, I'm like, oh, I'm going to be friends with that lady. She's pushing a stroller. So I'd, excitedly walk over and be like, oh, hi. And she's like, oh, I'm the nanny. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess we'll never be friends. Okay. So I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to look online. I bet there's like a group. So I joined this meetup for my zip code. Did you guys remember that group called Meetup? It was like an organization where you could find
I
people.
don't like forced social.
You could find
situations.
people with similar
I don't
interests.
remember
Like
this.
if you are a single person and you work and you want to meet up for like networking, it's called Meetup. If you're a new mom, you want to meet up. If you want to do this, it's called Meetup for your zip code. Anyway, so I joined this group that's like in my zip code, and I'm like, oh, I think you should come with me to one of my friends, one of Arash's friends' wives, who is my friend, but she's like, kind of like you. I'll call her Tiffany because she gets there and she's like, mm-mm. And the people with the fanny pack. I'll never be friends with these people.
They were wearing fanny
Don't
packs.
invite
That was
me
before
back.
like the cool fanny packs.
Oh yeah, this was like early 2000s
Yeah.
fanny pack. She's like, I'll never be back. I'll never be back. Don't invite me again.
Did you go back?
No, I was like, turns out you're right. These people suck. I was just so desperate for friends,
Right.
and then I made friends as my
But
kids got
they're
older.
like the people that do the meetup type of things. They're so hardcore.
Oh yeah, and they're like, I'll bring this snack. I'll bring this
Yeah.
snack. Well, let's do a play date.
Let's
I was
have
like,
a sign
your
up
a
sheet,
play
yeah.
date? Your baby can't even move.
Yeah.
What do you mean a play
Yeah.
date?
It's a little bizarro.
It's because they're trying to find their people.
Yeah, I know.
So-
but I feel like your people come to you. I mean, we have another episode planned on friendship and stuff, but I do feel like your people should come to you naturally, right?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
these things, like, I'll bet you we know somebody that was part of MOPS or something like that.
Yeah.
Let's ask them. In fact, I know who.
I think I have a
know
friend
what-
too
Yeah.
in California.
Oh, no. I mean, we know one here. We pranked her a couple days ago. And let's ask her if she's still friends with any of
I
those
didn't prank
people,
her.
because I'll bet you.
That's
No.
true.
I'm talking
Just-
about.
Oh yeah.
I'll bet you she's not friends with them because it is a forced situation.
Yeah.
And once your kids get a certain age, you're off in other things. It's almost like the relationship isn't as important.
Yeah.
But when they're in it, boy, they're in it hardcore, cult like.
But I'll tell you what, a PTA is like a cult.
Hundo.
But
That's why I'm not a part of any PTAs.
Hundo.
But I'll say
Again, I
some of my
can't.
favorite people, and I feel like our
Yep.
our elementary school principal
I
often
mean, you were
said,
the president.
You were the
what
president.
the hell are you talking about?
I know, but I
She's
guess-
making fun of him, and she was the
She's
supreme
a great
leader.
president.
"Where's your money? Hand it over."
She was the supreme
Let
leader.
me just sidebar this. The PTA, or as our school calls it, the APT, before Diana, sucked. Diana,
Sucked.
can you give me? I know you don't want to be
Yeah.
controversial, but
Don't.
yeah, it sucked.
you
There
don't
was-
go there anymore.
you
it
know
doesn't
that.
matter.
There were some questionable people that were in the leadership
Indeed.
positions.
Indeed.
For sure. And I don't
Okay?
mean questionable, their personalities
And
were
they
just
were.
god
I
awful.
feel like they might have been. I'm starting to get. I
oh,
feel the
she's
heat.
getting
I feel
hot.
the heat.
She's getting hot.
spicy.
I feel
I love
like
when
they
she's
were not
spicy.
only cult like, they were just so clicky cult like this is it. This is what we do. This is
how we've always done
this
it.
is
We're
how
not
we've
going to
always-
change.
yeah.
I just threw up in my mouth. 'Cause
Yeah,
I hate
yeah.
all of it.
All those
Oh my
people,
God.
all those people had sticks up their ass. Like, let's be
And
honest.
still
They were the women
do.
that when you
Run.
look back at their pictures, you're like, they look like they were 50, but they were only 25. Like, because they were like so serious. They took everything so serious. Life was so serious. They weren't just regular
Oh,
people.
really?
No, it
Oh,
was
They were
gross.
a lot of those people.
Diana came in and I joined because I kind of like started a fight, right?
Oh, shocking.
Shelly would never do
well, I
that.
went to the principal with someone who was my friend at that time, and I was like, "Listen, your PTA sucks.
I love you.
And they are terrible to us, especially us fifth grade. Layla's fifth grade, which is the seniors of the school that we go to, was kick ass. We still gave money. We still volunteered. In fact, probably we gave the most money.
Wow.
We still volunteered. We did everything.
Yeah, 'cause
we
usually by
were
fifth grade,
on
you're-
it.
you're over
There's
it.
a lot of
Once-
grade levels like that. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, but we not anymore.
Not anymore.
Right? The fifth grade, they're usually pooped out.
Yeah.
You know, I'm pooped out.
That's true.
Right? But I was like, we need to fix this, and we had to sit down, and we all argued and stuff like this. Which let me tell you this, I call it the what do I call it? The
Round table? I don't know.
yeah. Well, we had a big round table. Anyway, we all sat down and we're all kind of arguing and stuff like that, right? The friends, you know, the
Yeah.
people, the normal people, and the APT, and we're all arguing and stuff. And out of the blue, Diana, who is on the APT, but she wasn't the president at the time.
Okay.
She was just trying to find
Her people.
friends and volunteer and
she
be at the
said her
school and
people.
stuff, whatever, at that time. She literally busts out. She goes, why don't we just all go get drunk together?
No, I said, let's go to happy hour.
Oh,
I
okay.
said, let's go to happy
Same
hour. It's the
thing.
same thing.
Same thing. And we did. And
Diana, that's because Diana's fun.
yeah. And we thought everything was fine. It was not. The sticks in their ass still had sticks in their ass.
Of course.
And they would tell lies. Specifically, Diana, am I wrong? Am I the one?
I'm so nervous. I
She's
don't know where
scared.
she's going.
What are they going to do? Fight you? Look at your guns. You knock all of them out.
sure
You know what
they
I mean?
don't.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Did
Shelley
they
doesn't
specifically
care.
talk badly about me? I mean, I was
They
there.
they talked badly about anyone who got in their way.
But wait a
And
minute.
In all fairness, we did the same when we were on the
Who got in our way?
Anyone who got in our way,
Who
we
would dare get
Absolutely
in
not.
Shelly's
Yes, that's
way?
not true.
But
It's
wait a
very
minute.
true.
You tell me right now. I
Yeah,
was.
yeah,
I was
we did talk badly
I
about
was
you,
a
100%.
big topic of conversation.
100%.
But a lot of those
I didn't
were,
really know who
a
Shelley
lot
was
of
at
those
that
were
point.
lies.
What did they say about her? What was the number one
Just
lie
that she
they-
was like aggressive, like throwing down and going to start fights with people,
Oh my God,
and
I
gonna
love you.
she was going to do this and she was going to do that, and they
love
used
you
to call
so
them
much.
they used to call them the momfia, the fifth grade momfia.
We are the mafia bitches.
Were you the leader of the mafia?
Probably.
I mean,
We had a good crew back then.
You
know,
did.
we had like.
Yeah, we won't name names. Yeah, even though you named a lot of names in these last two episodes.
What?
My friend, so and so.
No, no,
Well, Nancy said I could.
No,
okay.
I actually asked her.
Okay.
I won't name any of the APT people because I hope they're listening
Okay.
and I hope you know. And when you see me again, you know goddamn well that you were a shitty, shitty person.
You're a shit apple.
You are a shit apple, and I know your kids are shit apples.
All right.
Sorry.
oh my God, I freaking love it.
Lower her mic immediately.
Sorry.
No, I love it so much.
I hated
you know
that.
what
You're
we
fi-
need-
you're-
you know
I-
what
I
we
hated
need?
that.
Agreed,
You know what we need more in life is Shelley's. Too many people are sheep.
I-
Trying to
I feel
hide.
like
she
that's a
stands up
lot.
for the man.
I know, but if we had a lot of Shelleys, then like there would just be chaos.
There
It
would be a
too
lot of
much.
yelling.
Okay, I only have one Shelley in my life, and
Yeah,
I love it,
same,
and it's
same.
delicious.
It's-
Well,
and
anyway,
she's
they were
delicious.
shitty people. They were terrible. And
They were. I don't know if they were terrible human. They weren't good at bringing people together.
I'm
I feel
sorry.
like that was
And that's what
my
matters.
tool
You know
was
damn
the
well they're
ability
not
to
great
bring
people.
people
That
together.
is a gift you have.
Yes, I agree.
anyway,
Sorry to put my finger.
That's
in
okay.
your face.
For good
agree to
reason.
disagree. No, I'm just going to disagree.
They
You
weren't. They
disagree.
weren't
I'm
people
disagreeing.
who knew how to build a community. That was
No, they weren't people who knew how to think outside
I don't know
their
any of these
own
people, so I have no dog in this
bleached
race.
brain.
Anyway. Okay, moving
anyway,
on.
but my
PTAs
point
can be a
is
cult.
that it was so important to them. I mean, one lady, when Diana
need
was
a
the
life. They
president,
need to get a life.
she wrote like this novel why she left and how nobody was saying goodbye to her and all this stuff. It's the PTA. You're just moving on. You're
Right.
going. It,
Right. And also you're replaceable. It's not like if you
Everyone's
If you
replaceable.
leave this position,
Everybody.
that's a free volunteer position.
Yeah, like
that the world is going to crumble. That's not going to
Right.
crumble. Okay, people move
But
on.
I
Life goes
so
on.
my point is, I'm sorry, I went off on a rant, but
I love it.
my
I love
point
when you
is,
rant.
after Diana became president, I don't feel like that particular PTA is cult-like anymore.
I agree. Well,
I think they're more
I don't-
footloose and fancy
hold
free.
on. I don't know if it is now, but I feel like me, along with a lot of the people that I brought onto the board, I am good
Yeah.
at finding good people. I think
Like I
that's
got
true.
on the board because I felt like I joined the board because I was like, well, I got to put my
Money where my mouth
money
is.
where my mouth is, and I joined the PTA, and it's
She did a fabulous job.
yeah, I was the marketing person. It was easy, and you know,
Well, and you did the room parent stuff anyway. But
Yeah.
the point is that I think everyone that was in our group was mostly inclusive, where the old PTA was very exclusive.
oh for sure.
It was culty.
It was like
It was
people were like,
culty.
"Oh, you're not part of this. Oh, you're going to volunteer. Oh, I don't know if you could run the cash box. We're not making millions, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, sure, it happened. Most people aren't like stealing, but anyway, that's not the majority of how things go in
Right.
most PTAs. You're
Right.
a free volunteer. You're there because your kid is
Yeah.
there. Blah blah blah. Anyway,
It's not that serious.
it's not that serious.
They
Yeah.
actually even fired someone. I don't know how you
They
fire a
wanted to
volunteer.
fire. They didn't fire him.
Oh, they
wanted-
did. They
Yeah.
fired her.
You are hilarious.
I forgot. Yeah, because she didn't do it quick enough.
She didn't do it quick enough.
But I do think
but we all have lives. You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
have kids, and
But also, like, if I'm signing up to work for you
Right.
as a volunteer, and
You
like
need to know that you can do
you
the
need
job.
to do the job, and I think as you as the person I'm working under, like you get to pick who this person is
Yeah.
very responsive when I ask them to do something. This person not so great. You should get that choice because
Yeah.
you're a free volunteer also.
yeah.
Anyway,
Well, anyway, so PTAs sometimes cults.
I
sometimes
will
not.
never. That's why I
Yeah, don't join it.
never
All the-
been
And don't be
part
room
of a
parent anymore.
PTA
Now
or
that I'm
APT.
gone, you
I
don't have
don't-
to be room
Yeah,
parent
she
anymore.
suckers me into be room parent, and that stresses me the hell out. And it's not even a big deal, and
I
I'm
don't-
stressed about it.
I don't want you to be mad at what I'm about to say because I'm not
God.
jinxing you about this.
Oh hell!
But I foresee in your future because
Get the hell out of here!
I feel like
I already know what you're
No,
gonna say.
you don't. You don't. This isn't even related. All the people that say like I will never or that's not going to be me. Like you've said in the past, I will never travel for my kids' sports. I'm like those boys
She
are
will.
joining a travel baseball
Absolutely.
team.
I know that.
No, they're
yeah.
not.
Yes,
Because
they
I'm
are.
not signing
But
them
I
up.
really don't
I'm
see
not
her
signing
in a
them up.
PTA.
I don't
really
see her in a
I'm not
PTA.
material.
I
I'm
don't
not
think
material. I'll
she'll
never
be-
be in a cult unless Shelly, like I said,
I
I,
was
will
going to say,
follow
you can't
Shelly.
join an APT anyway because all the money that you raise must go towards the family,
Yes, I need.
the shamly.
Yes, yes. The Shamley.
That's the name of our cult.
That's my cult name. The
Very-
Shamly.
You're part of the
Ooh, I
Shamley.
love it. I want to join.
Oh my God, that's what you are.
I've already joined.
You've already been
Yeah,
indoctrinated.
go raise some money.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway,
Anyway,
so-
so
That
we did
was-
that. That was a rant. Sorry.
Yeah, it
listen,
Get it.
listen. Diana is literally being cool right now. She knows. In fact, she knows that they were terrible people. They were terrible people.
I don't know,
And
but I'm gonna say they were.
There were some questionable
oh,
folks.
if I tell you their names,
I already don't like the whole thing, so I already know it's not for me. I already know they're not for me. I already know
yeah.
I still want to talk shit when we stop.
when we stop recording.
But
I
I
want to
do-
keep it going.
She has like an hour-long more
Yeah.
things.
This
just,
could be like a
to
5-part
say.
episode.
I am a dog with a bone, boy. You know, and I will eat
And
that bone.
on that subject,
On that subject. Oh, okay. So, what do you guys think about pickleball? Huh?
That's not a cult.
Little bit.
well, some people are intense about it, like Stephanie.
No, she's not Stephanie.
No, she's not.
Stephanie's
she's-
really good though, right?
She's really good. She just started.
Well, it's
and
funny
she's-
because she just learned how to play this year.
Yeah.
she's not culty by any means. I was just
No, but
Yeah.
there's some people that think that they're professional professional pickleball players.
Yeah, they're a little high and mighty about
High
it.
and mighty about going
But
out
Stephanie
there.
will be like pro or semi-pro, and still will not be high and mighty. about it.
Absolutely not.
But I think that's true in every group. There's always the people that are like, oh, well, I know this is that. And, there's always going to
Yeah.
be in any
The motor
group.
mouth. Yeah.
That's true.
Even if that's not their natural
Like a know-it-all
tendency,
or-
they're gonna.
Yeah.
Every group creates that person.
Well,
true.
you've already heard my pickleball story where, all the people couldn't do it on Tuesday, every last one of them. And that was the day I used to work. So I hired my own pickleball instructor to go to an indoor pickleball court and teach me. And the people that would come there,
were intense.
Ooh, they were intense.
That's why I could never play outside of our little mom group because
Yeah.
I can't handle that. Like I'm just literally there for the vibes.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
there to have
Right.
fun, laugh,
Get a little vitamin D, call
little
it a day.
vitamin D.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not there.
That's why I take supplements.
It's for fun. It's for
take-
fun.
I just
for
take
I
the
take
pill.
vitamin D and coconut oil. I don't know if you guys have heard that, but it's all the rage.
All right.
Anyway, but I will say,
Shelly thinks it's a cult.
I don't
It's
necessarily
culty?
think it's culty. I think the PTA is more culty than pickleball. But I
No.
will say those people that
They're
I
intense
saw
about it. They're intense
they
about
were
it.
intense.
Yeah.
And,
The
and I'm
intensity.
learning. I don't know anything, and they're so irritated with me. I'm like, dude, I'm on my own court. I'm over here. Hey, you're supposed to get in front of the ball.
You're like, I'm learning.
Leave me alone. Yeah.
Right.
I'm learning.
And then like other people. So this guy had 4 courts inside this big warehouse on his
Yeah.
property. And if other people were yelling or whatever, and they're like, we can't hear over here. I don't know, and I'm like, good Lord.
Oh, it's like golf. You have to be quiet.
No, but
No!
it's so echoey in the indoor
Yeah.
places, I bet.
But they were getting very irritated, and they
Put
were
some
just like,
soundproofing up, like a
I
regular.
know, right? They should call Stephanie. But they weren't even playing like for lessons like me. I was
Okay.
actually paying. They were just playing for fun, and they were so irritating.
Yeah.
Huh.
Anyone who's so obsessive about anything, a sport, a hobby,
That's
golf,
what I'm saying.
anything,
Anything
it's
extreme.
obnoxious.
Anything
It's
extreme.
obnoxious.
It's like
Do you guys think I'm part of a cheer cult?
Oh no, I didn't think about that, but that
no,
could
but
be a little
it
culty.
is. It's also like the travel sports can be a little much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But the cheer, it just seems like it's a lot of commitment. I don't know if it's a
is.
cult.
Right. Well, that's what when she said that, I was like, wow. I wonder
Extreme.
if they think that if I'm.
Oh,
in
I
a
don't
cult.
think.
No, but I just want to point out that it's 2025, and I predict this one's going to be on travel
Oh,
baseball
I
team.
absolutely do too.
I have a bunch of kids. Not one have I
Those
signed
kids
up.
will be in college by the time the twins are joining a travel team. You
No,
heard
I'm
it
not-
here, folks.
I will. I
You heard it here
refuse to
first.
spend $1 traveling for a dumb baseball
Until
team.
some coach comes up and is like, "Oh, these kids really good. These guys really got some potential,"
Yeah.
or they love it so
No.
much
Yeah.
it makes them so happy.
I know. I used to
Okay,
think the
I call
same thing.
bullshit. I call bullshit.
I used to literally get mad when Layla had swim meets at Moon Valley.
You guys, my son played
country
football. I
club.
used to have to travel all over in Arizona, but I refused to leave the state.
That's
So
what
you
I
say,
used to,
we will
I
see.
used to think the same thing.
I didn't
Time
even go
will
to
tell.
Prescott. I didn't even go to Prescott.
Time will
I
tell.
feel like, like when I saw how Layla was taking off and doing so good and she loved it, and it was like, okay, that's
The amount of money.
it's a lot of
I
money.
know, but when it's their passion,
Yeah.
and like, who cares?
And I get it. Like some people will say,
I know.
well, is she going to get paid to do this? No. I mean,
No.
all we want is medals, right?
Yeah.
But
well, I think it gives kids a really good sense of self to have any hobby, whether
Yeah.
it's a computer programming thing, whatever, just having a hobby and having something that's
Yeah.
them. It's such
Honestly,
a
I
good
agree
thing for
with
them.
that.
Yeah.
But I don't think I need to travel to
No,
get
I don't
that.
think so, but I think you will.
I think, yeah. Well, I think like Layla being 16, it's kept her out of so much. Like I've seen other people that she knows, not necessarily her close friends, because I think they happen to probably all be good kids because I know where they are.
Yeah.
But it's kept her out of some trouble.
Of course. My
You know.
oldest, it kept him out of all the trouble. I mean,
Yeah.
he played football year round.
Yeah.
I mean, and mornings before school and after school, and
Yeah.
he had no time to get in trouble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he was too exhausted. He wanted to come home and go to bed. He was so tired.
Yeah. Layla comes home and she's like, I gotta hurry and take a shower and go to bed. Like she's panicked. Like she needs, she
true.
wants to go to bed. Not me. I would have been up,
Yeah.
watching TV.
That's true.
I didn't
They're
play sports.
exhausted.
That's why.
Teaches her discipline. I wish I probably
That's why you were a
probably should have
wild
done
child.
more. What?
Yeah.
She didn't play sports.
Oh, really?
She was out there.
What?
She was out
My
in the
dad
streets.
did put me in Taekwondo for a stint because I think he was like, this kid needs some structure and discipline. I don't know. Nobody else is raising her. Maybe the Master Kim will do a good job.
Master.
Supreme Master King Chai.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
Let's look at it again. I want to refer back to her.
All right, folks, is that a wrap? Do we have a poofer? Oh, you want to know what I hate?
Oh yeah, you didn't get a poo formation either, so grab that.
Oh, I don't have a poo for
Okay, maybe
today.
we
Let's
skip it
just
this
skip
one.
it today.
Okay.
Today's,
hate?
you want to know what I hate?
What do you hate, Diana?
Don't get negative about it.
Uh-oh.
And you may also hate this or you may not.
Okay.
I hate, and someone has called in with this, I hate, and a sister has told me she hates this, when you're at a store or around other people at a sporting event and they take a FaceTime call or a call on speakerphone. Don't do it. It's rude. Nobody wants to hear your conversation. And I was just at Whole Foods the other day eating dinner with my family where we all pick our own thing and we sit at the table.
I like that.
And there's this woman and her daughter next to me having a full speakerphone conversation. It's rude. It's rude. It's,
put headphones in.
Or go in your car and speakerphone away. But don't be in a public setting. Don't be at TJ Maxx cruising around in your car on speakerphone. It's just rude. It's annoying. Nobody likes it.
Speakerphone. So how do you feel about it? Like if somebody does have like their earbuds in and they're
yelling
talking.
on it. That's also kind of rude. Actually.
It's kind of rude if you're in a
restaurant.
Yeah,
especially.
My dad was a big offender when my dad had that big old block cell phone and people he was so annoying with his.
Yeah, but that was like that was a brag. That was a brag.
That was
Look
a
at,
flex.
I got a phone.
It was a flex for sure.
Oh no, I don't think my dad ever did it as a flex. I just remember talking on it, and it's like.
Yeah, the signal was never good.
You know, like the tiniest little voice in the background.
Yeah.
I thought he was just yelling because he couldn't hear. But
But yeah, it's obnoxious when you're anywhere and someone's taking a call in your presence, like loudly. If we're in this small group and you just took a call right here, but you wouldn't. You would be like, okay, I got to take this. I'm going to walk away. That's the polite thing to do.
Yeah.
Walk away. Don't be on a speakerphone, FaceTime, whatever. In a group.
and then take
Nobody
the
likes
phone
it.
call and expect everyone else around you to be quiet.
You guys. In our
good point.
Walmart episode, I had you guys FaceTime me
That's your problem.
when I was at the Walmart and we're
was your
talking
fault.
very inappropriate talk. But on a FaceTime, you can't turn the volume down. It's FaceTime.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You can't like talk to it like this. It's a FaceTime.
But can you turn the volume down?
Why don't you hang up on us and call us back regular? That's what I would have done. Pro tip.
I don't remember why we were being so inappropriate.
Because
I
it was
don't
funny.
remember.
That is
when
I
you
don't
know
remember.
someone's on a speakerphone in a public place, I'll say all kinds of inappropriate things. It's funny.
So I was an offender at that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, you do what you got to do.
I feel like some old people do it because they can't hear as well.
That's true.
And I'll do it at home. I'm a grandma at home and I'll put
Also,
on speaker
too.
at home.
There are people who are like chronic FaceTimers. Like that's their mode of communication.
I have someone who
And I'm
does
like,
that.
why are you FaceTiming me? Why?
Diana
of all, I don't
FaceTimed
even
you
like
the other
you.
day just to irritate
I
you.
don't even like you to call me. And then you're
Text
FaceTiming
like a normal
me.
person.
Yeah, and then you're FaceTiming. No, my favorite mode of communication is my little buddy over here, Shelly. When she
Little buddy.
sends me
Oh, yeah.
when she sends me what are they, voice notes? Voice
Audios,
text? Audio,
video,
audio text, voices.
Audio.
Her voice, I don't know, something about it just like soothes me. And
Well, I really
You do have
feel
such a good
happy.
voice.
I'm
yeah.
so soft on those. Like I listen to this podcast.
You're sultry on those.
And
like,
I
it's
am
relaxing.
I am so cackly and weird
But
and
that
gross
was part
voice,
of-
but I do like
that
kind
was
of, like,
part of how the
soothe
podcast
it.
came to
Was my
to be,
soothing voice? Well,
was
you
your
screwed up.
audio text. I'd be like, oh, I'd love to like hear this.
It was
every
like
day.
last year you had beef at the school and you were going in to talk to the principal. And remember, you would give us all those.
Who, me?
Yeah. It was the three of us on a group text and you would talk text. She has so many beefs, people. It's hard to keep
I
track.
do. Oh
I don't
my
remember
God.
what
You
the
can't
beef
text
was about.
it. You can't text it. You
Oh
gotta-
no,
it's
I don't
too
text
much.
my beefs.
It's too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the auto text.
Well,
unless you
also
save
if
them.
we get in a fight, you could show the beef.
You're like, I went
not
in
gonna-
and I talked to the principal and turns out you were like, you were misinformed about something and you thought you had beef with the principal, but I forgot what it was about.
I love an audio-
Oh,
I
she's
love an
remembering.
audio
We're not going to talk about it
We're
because
not
the
going to talk about
episode's
it.
over. But
Nope, the episode's over.
okay. Anyway.
Okay,
Close us
I
out.
agree. I think I guess I don't mind it as much as grandma and grandma, but what I don't like for sure on that, on that hill, I don't like it when people take a phone call, sit there and talk, and then everybody else has to be quiet.
That annoys me.
That's not
Well,
cool
that's just
either.
terrible manners.
It's terrible manners.
Yeah.
I do believe it is terrible manners either way, but don't make me cater
Yeah.
to your
Yeah,
phone
when you
call.
can
Like
easily-
you said, walk away. Like remember I had a phone call the other day. I stayed outside. I didn't bother you guys.
Yeah.
And
even when like the kids are around and you're on like a call, you'll be like, no, it's fine.
yeah.
Like you don't have to be quiet. Yeah.
Right. Especially if it's Bill's clients.
I think it's really rude just to be on the phone in general while you're dining. Like if someone,
Oh,
if
yeah.
you're if you're eating dinner and you're in a restaurant and you're taking phone calls,
Yeah.
that irritates me.
For sure. I guess you're right. Unless you're like in a
Emergency room doctor.
diners, drive-ins, and
You would
dive.
excuse yourself.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Do you have to shout out a bakery?
Oh, I just want to shout out my good friend Cisco. He works at Kala. He is a pastry chef at Kala, and he helped my buddy Stephanie out here for her daughter's graduation party that she's having at the Americano. But he made a cake and a pie and all this sort of stuff.
Ooh, I can't wait.
It's really good.
So
What's his Instagram handle?
his Instagram is Cisco
Zazueta.
Zazueta.
With Cisco with a C.
Cisco
Z-A-Z.
Zazueta.
Yeah, Cisco like
On
thong,
Instagram.
thong, thong, thong.
Yeah, he's a hottie.
Yeah, he
So-
is.
Go check him out at Kala.
And follow him
Follow
on
him.
Instagram.
Kala,
Follow
C-A-L-A.
him.
Right? Is that
And
the
thank you,
Instagram?
Cisco, for helping always.
Yes.
He's made my kids some stuff too.
Has he?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
Save a piece of cake for me.
Sure.
And the pie.
Okay, close us out. Tiff.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening. Find us at the Shit Apple Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Subscribe,
Subscribe.
follow all the things. And thank you for listening.
Adios.
Bye.